We're here to talk about the future of video games. And what better way to talk about the future of video games than giving games from the past awards? The Game Developer Conference Choice Awards are on this Wednesday night. They go hand in hand with the IGF Awards, the Independent Game Festival Awards, which will also be giving out a bunch of prizes to video game creators from video game creators for video refrigerators.
Refrigerators.
And I thought it would be fun to go through a bunch of the nominees and tell them which ones they should give.
Okay.
How about that?
Right.
Game of the Year. Either Fallout 4, The Witcher 3, Metal Gear Solid 5, Bloodborne, or Rocket League. That's very close to our last.
Ooh,
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I know what he's picking.
We're just going to have our debate here all over again.
Rocket League should be one.
I mean, you know, like I felt at odds with Rocket League being so high until I actually started sinking time into it.
Right.
And now I feel totally happy that we gave that number 2.
Yeah.
Like, totally deserved it. That said, I would still put Metal Gear above it.
Cool. Fair play. What about you, Tay?
I should have pushed harder for Bloodborne.
Oh,
Even
yeah?
though
What did
there
it
was
get in
no
ours?
way. We got 4th. It got 4th.
Okay.
I felt like I could have pushed it past Rocket League. And then I could have pushed your Metal Gear to like 2.
I don't know.
You know what's sad
But
is that
it was, yeah.
only myself and Matt Espinelli have actually finished Metal Gear in this office.
Right.
And everyone who talks to me about that game is so ill-equipped to actually have a conversation
Yeah.
about it. But I'm the same way when it comes to The Witcher.
Right,
I
yeah.
I haven't finished Witcher 3, and it kills me. And
Last
I
year
wanna
was
go back.
a real son of a bitch for trying to complete those games because like Fallout 4 was thrown in there as well,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
it was mental. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. I mean, I think they'll probably give it. I don't know. I feel like they might give it to The Witcher 3.
Yeah.
Like I'd go for The Witcher 3, but I feel like I don't know because this is like a game designers awards show.
different.
So
It's so
what do they
different.
go for? But then maybe they give it to Kojima then because it's like
Well, you want to imagine they're not doing it because of the cultural like
Right.
events
Yeah, yeah.
surrounding it. But that game had a lot of crazy things put into it that worked really well. So
we'll find out, I guess. Let's jump into a couple more of these. Innovation Award. Her Story, Super Mario Maker, Undertale, Splatoon, The Beginner's Guide. Ooh. This is an interesting one for innovation because I feel like Undertale is an old game done differently. Mario Maker's a Mario game. Her Story, I remember hearing afterwards that they basically made a very similar game a couple of years
I've heard
earlier.
from a few different people, and I probably should look into this myself
Right,
before
yeah.
claiming anything on the air. But the word is that Her Story, it came after a few other games. The same creator used very similar tricks within the narrative, so it might not be as innovative as everyone.
Perhaps not.
assumes.
Yeah, we should look into. Well,
Here we.
yeah, who knows? Hearsay.
Yeah, that's nuts.
Splatoon, which is that's innovative in many ways, and the Beginner's Guide, which innovative. I'm not sure if innovative, interesting in loads of different ways. I'm not sure if I call it innovative necessarily, but there you go.
I would give it to Mario Maker.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think it's the first game that really made like creation the number one thing, and then like gameplay was number 2. But even then, gameplay is like still so great in that game. It's kind of hard to match, but creation and making communities out of it is something that hasn't really. I mean, maybe in PC world that happens with things like Counter-Strike and Team Fortress, but Mario Maker, it opens the doors for like really crazy things, and it is still going strong. And Nintendo is still adding things to it. I know that's not all innovation, but at the same way, they definitely found a thing that worked. Like they struck gold at that.
no one's ever done it before. There you go. Dead. Eat it. Best visual art: Ori and the Blind Forest, The Witcher 3, Star Wars Battlefront, Bloodborne, Splatoon.
I would give it to Bloodborne, personally.
It's got
Bloodborne or Ori.
yeah, or Ori.
Yeah.
Or
Ori
Ori.
was beautiful.
Ori's a great looking game. Yeah, very pretty. Bloodborne. Yeah. Battlefront, that game, the best part of that game is how it
Sound.
looks and sounds.
Yeah.
And it's also in audio, along with Ori and the Blind Forest. Everybody's gone to the Rapture, Metal Gear Solid 5, and Crypt of the Necrodancer. I love that that's in there. That's great. Any takers on that one?
I'm not going to go to bat for Metal Gear. There is one thing in that game that does with audio that I love so much. Is when you have quiet humming in your ear. Stop it. Sorry. The effect of having your partner hum in your ear and having this really subtle companionship that's sort of like, it becomes real and you don't even realize it. It's like this subconscious thing that you develop. And when it's not there, you're like, wait a minute, wait. Something's missing. What is that? And then you realize what had happened the whole time.
That's awesome. I guess the last one we'll look at here on the GDC Awards. Best Narrative: Her Story, The Witcher 3, Life is Strange, Undertale, The Beginner's Guide. Again.
Sounds to me like The Witcher.
Witcher.
Witcher for me as well, I think, probably.
Yeah.
But then I've not completed Life is Strange, so I can't really say. But there you go.
Congratulations to all the winners that we just named.
Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly. Let's hope that they get them right at the awards show. Congratulations to all the nominees. But while we're here, let's have a look at the 2016 Independent Game Festival finalists. This is always very interesting because I remember for years you wouldn't know any of these games.
Yeah.
And then you kind of know a couple of them. And now I feel like I know most of them every year when they come out. Like the Seamus McNally Grand Prize is between Darkest Dungeon, Her Story, Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes, Mini Metro, Super Hot, and Undertale. All games that I've played a decent amount of.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. What would you go for the Grand Prize?
That's tough because the games are so different.
Yeah, Darkest Dungeon and Her Story.
Yeah. Well,
Bomb Defuse. Okay, Bomb Defusal game and Mini Metro. Like Mini Metro's so good.
Is it?
That's the one where you're basically making it's like a London tube map as well.
Yeah.
It looks like, or like a subway map, and you're basically just lining things up. And
Sounds great.
it's like a really basic version of Factorio. Is kind of what it feels like.
yeah.
All right.
It's really good fun.
Keep Talking and Nobody Explodes is really interesting. The way it integrates just the physical with the virtual. Like that was the first one I wanted to say. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that.
I saw on Reddit as well that it sold 200,000 units.
I believe it.
Yeah, that's really incredible. Yeah, look at this. What a great game. Like, okay, maybe it doesn't look too great looking at this thing right here. Absolutely exhilarating. For those on the podcast version, there are two gentlemen with beards sitting across from each other at a coffee table, one of which is reading a book. But yeah, it's super fun. It's on Oculus, but obviously you can just play it on a normal-ass PC as well.
Yeah, and like you think you can like cooperate with people. Like I would be trying to do. They're like, so it looks like a horn. I'm like, what kind of horn? You know, like well, I don't know. It's just a horn. Like it's like it creates arguments when there shouldn't be because
Like a horn, like the instrument, or like
but it instills like really good tension and it's just really exciting.
it's fun to play with people like who don't play games.
Yeah,
that
you
much
don't
as
need
well.
any sort of aptitude for gaming whatsoever.
It's super fun. Excellence in visual art. This is where we get into a little bit of obscure games. Armorello, Darkest Dungeon, Mini Metro, Oxenfree, Panoramical, and G-Nog. Don't know what G-Nog is.
Panoramical, I believe, is that very trippy looking game. And I wonder how much of that is orchestrated versus generated,
Right.
if you understand what I'm saying.
Yeah. That'll be interesting. Can we give No Man's Sky some props for all the beautiful graphics when it's just made up by an algorithm?
It's all pastels.
No art. No artist behind it. Is it really art? Nuevo Award. This is actually. I'm not going to go into that
I
one.
love your pronunciations because they're so
Nuevo. Is it? Sorry.
And it was Armello.
Armello. Amarillo.
Amarillo.
I'm just going to give shout outs to these games. Sybil.
I think it's Sibel.
Sybil.
Oh God, we suck at our jobs.
Fantastic Contraption. Her Story. Keep Talking. Nobody Explodes. Orchids to Dusk. Panoramical, Progress, and the Beginner's Guide. I believe that section sort of highlights games that are doing something new and interesting, mostly. So I think people should check out those games we just listed out just for the sake of like looking at what's out there, because that's one of the most interesting parts of this award. And also, to that point, Best Student Game, Ape Out, Beglitched, Chambara, hopefully not only
Chambara. No.
Circuit Infinity, Orchids to Dusk, and Pitfall Planet, all games. Oh my God, what's happening here?
Hello.
There's a video game. There's Nina Freeman.
This
Oh,
is
of course.
Sibel or
Yes.
Sybil, as we.
That is Nina's game. I saw her outside the office, but 2 hours ago. And then Excellence in Design. Let's do this for the last one. Her Story, Infinite Factory, Keep Talking, No Explodes, Kingdom, Mini Metro, and Super Hot. I might go Keep Talking again.
Yeah.
Super hot.
Yeah.
There was a lot of the same games on all of those.
There is on both
Just
of
saying,
them.
I wouldn't be surprised if someone goes home a multi-award winner.
That's what happened with, what was it? We had 2 years ago, we were backstage and...
You had the name. I asked you this earlier.
I
It was the
know.
game you... Papers, Please.
God, yeah, Papers, Please.
Yeah.
You
Like
guys,
swept.
Gamescom. You guys played a crap ton at Gamescom,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like you got totally into it.
It's a great video game. Great video game. Anyway, so there you go. Congratulations to all the nominees for the GDC and IGF Awards. Best of luck tomorrow. And I hope what we said wins, because it'll make us feel good in our bellies. Let us know what you think should win in the comments below.